friends, welcome to Freedom in a Budget. I am so excited for this collab. So this is another cook with me and a crock pot collab, although I am cheating and going to use an Instapot just because I enjoy my Instapot so much more, and it has a slow cooker function. So I'm going to use that function as well as that satay and actually the pressure cooker function as well. So I'm using 3 functions today in this collab, but it's gonna be okay. Don't judge me for cheating, please. So Carrie from Weight Watchers Carrie is hosting this collab. I've done a couple of these slow cooker collabs before in the past, and they are so much fun. So if you're coming over from the collab, welcome. I'm Kelly, and my channel is just living life well on a budget, whether that's financial or family or weight loss or healthy eating, whatever it may be, just doing it on a budget. So this is a super budget friendly meal. The total cost me under $8, I think it was, and so yummy. So we are making Copycat Chick Fil A chicken tortilla soup. So if you guys know me at all, you know I love me some Chick Fil A. Chick Fil A is my love language, and it's delicious. So I'm not a beans fan, so I'm a little nervous about this, but I think it's gonna be really good. So it is going to be 5 points per serving. We're gonna make 6 servings, and it's gonna be delicious. So good. So let's get cooking. Here is everything that we're gonna need for the soup. So I'm gonna use my Instapot like I said before, and I mentioned I'm gonna use 3 functions. I'm actually changing it and only using 2 functions. I'm not gonna use the satay. I changed up the recipe a little bit, and so I'm gonna do the pressure cooker of the chicken because I need some chicken for the week as well. So I'm gonna just cook a couple extra chicken breasts while I am doing that. And I like the way that the chicken tastes better coming out of the pressure cooker than just the slow cooker mode. That's just me personal. So I'm going to use the pressure cooker, cook some chicken, and then I'll switch to the slow cooker setting on my Instant Pot. Okay, so here's everything we're going to need. We're going to use a kitchen scale so that we can measure out the taco seasoning. It calls for 1.5 cups of chicken broth. I just make my own with the bouillon cubes, so I just added to this with some hot water and let it dissolve. I already did that step. We're going to need black beans, great northern beans, creams corn, regular corn, rotel, and then chicken breast, and half and half. So Aldi didn't have the fat-free half and half. If you do use fat-free half and half, it calls for 3/4 cup. It actually cuts down on 2 points per serving. So this is 5 points per serving, but because I use the regular half and half, but if you use the fat-free half and half, then it is only 3 points per serving, which is awesome. So, and then chicken breast, like we said, and then you top it with tortilla strips. So I'm really excited. I'm going to start with putting some chicken in the pressure cooker. Here's the chicken in the Instant Pot. So I have 3 chicken breasts here with about 1.5 cups of water. This really big chicken breast, this is just under 1 pound. I measured it. And so that's going to be the chicken for the soup. And then the other 2 chicken breasts are going to be for lunches this week. And I'm just going to put the top on, make sure it is on sealing. Then I'm going to do pressure cook for 13 minutes, and it's going to do its thing and then pressurize and then start the countdown. Chicken is done. I just did a slow release on the chicken because it's just easier to do that and I don't have to worry about the steam. So just took out all the chicken and shredded it. So first I'm going to put in the chicken broth. Just make sure it's all mixed up here. Just gonna dump that in. Then I'm going to add, so this is the rinsed beans. So we have the northern beans at the bottom, then black beans, and then the chicken that I shredded. I didn't shred it too much because it shreds so easily when you cook it in the Instant Pot, and I don't want it to break apart. So I just did a light shredding with 2 forks. Then we have the rotel, and I'm doing it with the juice and everything, not draining it. Okay, so tortilla strips, those are staying. Corn will be added at the end, and now time for the taco seasoning. So I have this big one from Costco that I use, and a typical pouch of taco seasoning is 1 ounce. So I'm just going to measure it here on my food scale. So I zeroed it out, and then just gonna pour until we get to 1 ounce. It's kind of hard to see on on the thing. 1.1, good enough for me. And then just sprinkle it away. And then I'm going to just stir this. Okay, so now it's all stirred. And then I'm going to just use a regular, the slow cooker lid, not the pressure cooker lid, because sometimes even when you do it on slow cooker, it still like pressurizes, which I don't want. So we have that, and then it's 3 hours, and we're gonna check, and then we'll add everything else at the end. We have about 30 minutes left, so I'm going to take off the lid and see how it looks. It smells like tacos. It smells really good. So this is looking good, guys. Okay, so we have about 30 minutes left. So 30 minutes left. We're gonna add our sweet creamed corn. I've never used creamed corn before. Never had in my life. And then also whole kernel corn. Okay, so we're gonna let this go. And then we're actually gonna have this cook for the last 20-30 minutes without the lid on. Don't know why, but that's what the directions say. So last 20 or 30 minutes without the lid. And then we're gonna add the half and half. This is a really like hearty soup. It's very almost like chili. There's not much broth in it, so you can always add more if you want it, but it's very hearty. All right, let's cook this for a couple more minutes, like a half hour, and then we'll add the half and half and serve. 5 minutes are left, and the soup looks pretty much the same, but all right, it is getting a little thicker. I can feel the difference when I stir it, probably from the creamed corn. Here I have 3/4 of a cup measured up of the half and half. And remember, if you use fat-free half and half, it will lower the points by 2 points per serving. So this is 5 points per serving, including the tortilla strips that we're gonna add. And then if you do fat-free, it'll only be 3 points per serving. All right, so we're gonna let this cook for another 5 or so minutes, and then it will be ready to plate up. I'm so excited. All right, soup is done. It looks good, guys. I don't like beans, but it still looks really good. I'm really excited to try it. Okay, so here is 1 serving. It's about a cup of soup here, and we are going to add the tortilla strips. So let's see what a serving is 2 tablespoons or 7 grams. So we're gonna set the food scale. I have it 0 out. Okay, I'm gonna try and get as close as we can to 7 grams. Sometimes you gotta like move it so it 0 grams. 9 grams. Okay, so we're gonna take off one and eat this, and it's still 9 grams. So here is the soup. Oh man, does it look good, guys? Do you have smell-o-vision? And these tortilla strips are so good because they add a little bit more of a kick. I'm sure it already has a kick because of Rotel, but let's try it. Like I said, I'm not a soup person, but this is actually really, really good. Move it out of the sun here. So the strips give it a really great, nice little kick and crunch. The beans, they're not bad. I was nervous about them, but they're really good, and they add a lot of protein. The chicken is cooked perfectly, and it's nice and shredded, and the corn is a great addition as well. I'm excited. This is gonna be a great lunch this week. Y'all, that was delicious. So as I told you guys before, I do not like beans, but it was good. So this is super easy, super filling, cozy, warm, I live in South Florida, even though I don't need cozy and warm and it's 80 degrees outside, but still we can turn the AC down and pretend it's cold out. So I really hope that you enjoy this recipe. Let me know if you are participating in this, if you're doing a slow cooker recipe yourself. Is there any slow cooker recipes that you would like to try? Let me know. So I hope that you subscribe if you're coming over from the collab and you're new here. Or if you haven't, go check out all the other channels down below in the description box. Go check them out. They are awesome. So I hope that you cook their recipes. Check out Weight Watchers with Carrie. Carrie, thank you again for hosting and inviting me. I love this. So I will talk to you guys later. Bye.